Bronson Reed put a beating on Seth Rollins worse than Roman Reigns ever put on Seth Rollins.
This was one thing I was scared about, that WWE would not justify Bronson Reed joining Seth Rollins out of nowhere, because last time I checked, they were beefing.
And Rollins take it out!
Bronson Reed took out Seth Rollins, writ him off for months. So this was something that was good to see. Paul Heyman building him up as a monster, letting the people know this guy beat Seth Rollins more than Roman Reigns ever could, CM Punk ever could. So it built him up to be a monster. I thought that that was a really, really good promo for Bronson Reed. And of course, it justified. This guy was so much of a monster that Seth Rollins was willing to let that be water under the bridge and join Bronson Reed. So again, as fans, we could probably put the puzzle together, but I always love when WWE could back this up in the promos just to really let us know the reason why. So I thought that this was really good. The show started off with a bang. Now we get into the show. The first Money in the Bank qualifier match starts off with another bang. My boy Chad Gable looked a little bit banged up, but the important part about it is that Penta went ahead and qualified. We're going to be seeing some crazy spots with Penta at Money in the Bank, so that is exciting to see. So definitely something that I wanted to point out with Penta winning, right? Because this is huge for him. I don't know if he's going to win, to be quite honest, but it is going to be good to have him in that match, see him do something crazy off the ladder, into a table. I mean, we can see all types of stuff when Penta is in the ring. So I am excited for that. And he's definitely one of those guys that you want in those ladder matches. And boy, oh boy, Dominic Mysterio gets caught red-handed when he was caught doing this.
Shoulder looks a little tight. Let me get that for you.
Liv Morgan returns to WWE and she is in utter shock, but she does mention that Raquel has been letting her know of everything that has been going on, and it looks like Roxanne is now caught up with the Judgment Day, which honestly I prefer this for her more than anything else, if I'm being completely honest. So I am cool with that. Dominic Mysterio, man, he's just falling for them chicken nuggets. I mean, that's just really what it is, you know what I'm saying? But it is good to see them, you know, involving Roxanne and more things, more storylines, because I do think that she has a lot of potential, and I am glad that Liv is back. It was a great way to bring her back. She was super hyped up and walks into, you know, Roxanne touching up on Dominic. So I thought that that was cool. And again, Dominic just being in the middle, man. And again, it just feels like Dominic in every women's storyline that he's in, whether you put him with Rhea Ripley, Liv Morgan, I really like what they're doing with him. And it feels like everything that he's in with the women and all that, it feels important. It feels like you don't want to get your eyes off it. And that's really all you could really ask for when it comes down to these storylines. So that is exciting. And I hope that this starts to unravel soon, because it does look like Finn Balor is in the middle of it all. So that's something exciting that I am, you know, hoping to see soon. And we get into the next match, Miro versus Akira Tozawa. And I'm sitting here thinking to myself, this man Miro is stuck in this vortex of the Alpha Academy. I just don't know why he's facing Tozawa, but I guess it gets him heat if you don't have anything better for the guy to do. And as I was thinking that, the match ends and the Celtic Warrior makes his entrance, makes an appearance in Miro versus Sheamus. League of Nations, I must say. I mean, hey, but that is really exciting to see. I think that Sheamus can obviously still go. Miro can still go. I think that they can actually give us a really good feud. I don't know what would be involved, but there is definitely some history there, so they can go back to that. And I really don't think we've heard Miro speak yet. We've only seen him wrestle, if I'm not mistaken. So this is, you know, exciting. I'm excited for Miro because he's finally going to get something of substance, because I don't think that he's gotten any of that yet. And honestly, I really didn't care about this match. I feel like the New Day are not really hitting right now, if I'm being completely honest. So this was something that was a little bit, you know, just disengaging for me from the show. This was one of the parts where I disengaged. Like, it was back to back Miro and then the New Day. I'm glad that the New Day won, I guess, but again, I'm not really feeling this, you know, heel turn anymore. I feel like they have to find a way to make him face again, because it just doesn't really have much substance at this point anymore either. Something to really look at there. I'm hoping that the WWE starts making changes and pulling triggers back on changes with, you know, some characters and personalities. I feel like the New Day is just not there yet for me. They started off with a really good bang with the thing that they did with Big E, but then it started to cool down massively after that. So I'm hoping that they go face again. And the Gunther and Jey Uso promo, I love Jey, man, but this was genuinely one of the worst Jey Uso promos in a while. The guy just kept repeating himself. I feel like he forgot his promo, and it really ended with just a non-bang. I mean, when you look at this promo and you hear it and you listen to it.
I'm not overlooking you, Gunther. I know what you're capable of. Not overlooking you, Uso.
It just wasn't good at first glance, and that's just what it is with Jey Uso's promo on Raw. I just felt like there could be more to it, and they keep running this Gunther and Jey Uso. I feel like he's involved in like 4 or 5 different things. He's involved with Cody Rhodes and John Cena and Logan Paul. He's involved with, Seth Rollins and Sami Zayn, and he's involved with just a lot. And I feel that we definitely have to, see him more focused. I feel like this whole Gunther thing, he might be overlooking it, as they would say. I don't think he loses the title, but the promo work definitely needs to be better. I feel like the whole Yeet thing, as everybody say, doesn't really affect him as much, because I've seen him cut a good promo after Yeet took off, but we definitely need to see a better promo after seeing what happened on Raw. Just my 2 cents with that promo. Understand that people may feel differently, but I really, really didn't like it. Roxanne comes out and helps Liv by throwing Kairi off of the top of the turnbuckle, but it wasn't enough because Raquel got into beef with Roxanne and Liv Morgan went for it, and Kairi Sane said nope. She rolled her up, and that right there lost Liv Morgan the match. Lots of people were upset. We got a lot of Liv Morgan fans out here, but I think that this was good for Kairi Sane, especially after losing to Rhea Ripley. So I am excited, for Kairi. But again, Liv Morgan is tag team champions. She don't really need this. She just came off of a championship run over the last year. So I think that we are good for Liv. She's going to do something, and obviously it may be leading up towards, Roxanne and Liv. And Raquel,
I can't believe I have to say this, but you were the veteran out there. You should have known better.
She got caught in the crossfire because Liv Morgan let her know, hey, you're the veteran here. You're not supposed to get in a beef, especially when I'm in a match. So I definitely think that there is something to uncover there. Finn Balor is over there wreaking havoc with Roxanne Perez, bringing her into the, the vortex of the Judgment Day. I just like the word vortex, but I just think that right now, man, we are on the midst of seeing a lot of changes within the Judgment Day. And, Finn Balor, Roxanne Perez could very well be a thing, or they can just flip the switch on us, put Dominic Mysterio, Roxanne Perez against Liv Morgan and Finn Balor, since they have been teasing that for a while now. Lyra does seem to be having a good championship run. Her and Becky got spicy on her promo, so that is definitely interesting. We are going to get that match again at Money in the Bank. And again, Lyra's Intercontinental Championship reign has definitely been stronger than the United States Championship, in my opinion, and I don't think that there is any debate to that. I think that she's doing a phenomenal job, and it's doing a great job for her character as well, seeing her perform and do this well with the championship. So I think that that was all good. The Becky and her promo, definitely good promo. They definitely threw some real shots at each other, which I thought was cool.
Oh, your hot husband! You mean the only talented thing about you?
I am excited to see that match again, as I thought that they did a wonderful job at the last match that they had. You see Sami Zayn getting ready to go on ahead and get into this match versus Seth Rollins and Finn Balor, but he runs into Karrion Cross, letting him know he's never going to win a championship.
Hey, Sami, you're never going to win the title, right?
Karrion Cross is so fantastically over, and it's so weird that they won't give him any time, you know what I'm saying, aside from these little backstage segments. I mean, when he comes out on main event, he gets big pops, but I feel like WWE never pushes the wrestlers that organically get over right away. We saw this with LA Knight. I feel like they wait to see, are these wrestlers going to cool down? LA Knight didn't get to touch a championship like after a year plus of being hot. He maintained it, and they gave him the title. I feel like they need to go on ahead and see if Karrion Cross is going to go on ahead and stay this hot. Me personally, I've never been on the Karrion Cross train, but I do see what people are talking about, and the promo that he cut post WrestleMania, I thought that was an amazing promo, probably his best promo ever, I would say, from what I've seen. So definitely something there with Karrion Cross, but we have to see. But I feel like they're teasing a Sami Zayn heel turn at some point, especially with all these losses that he's taken. And with that being said, we get into this match. Sami Zayn looks like he's about to win the match, and Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker come out of nowhere and start attacking him. Seth Rollins is able to go on ahead and get that W. He is now a Money in the Bank qualifier, which honestly leads me to think he is going to win Money in the Bank. But that's not where this ends, folks. Bronson Reed, Braun Breaker are outside. CM Punk's music hits, which they specifically said he is not in the building, and he comes out and he goes from behind on Seth Rollins, hits him with a go to sleep, which I thought was great. And that's really how the show ends. And Seth Rollins, CM Punk, it seems like those two are never going to be let go. So it definitely was interesting to see everything that happened. All in all, though, I'm glad that this show was followed up after Saturday Night Main Event. We've seen some justifications. We've seen some good matches. Money in the Bank is leading up to be a really good match with now Seth Rollins, Penta joining that match. So I am excited to see what's going to happen in the next couple weeks, especially with the Judgment Day storyline. Let me know what you guys liked most. If you guys are enjoying the WWE content, make sure to go watch the last WWE video. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe. I'm gonna catch y'all. Peace.